What's good, fam? It's your boy Tone Rock. Welcome back to Channel 316 Live, Season 2, Episode 2. All right, yeah. Well, we took a little break the last couple of weeks, but we're back here, and we do have a special guest in studio tonight, and I will be introducing him shortly. So I just want to remind everybody that every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. here on Avanza Network, we record live, Channel 316 Live, and at 6 p.m., me and my wife, we have our other podcast called Couples Gone Bible. So if you're married, thinking about getting married, or you're praying about getting married, I think that's a good podcast for you to listen in on and get some insight, get some understanding, get some, be ministered to, and we share the Word of God, we share testimonies, we get praise reports, we talk about things that happen in a marriage and how you resolve them by the Word of God. And, not to lean on your own understanding, as most people do, and then we get ourselves in trouble, and then we're asking for forgiveness again. or at least I do. But anyhow, so that's 6 p.m. every Tuesday night, started at 6 p.m. with Couples Gone Bible with me and my co-host, Rosa Rock. And then 7 p.m. here on Channel 316 Live. Mr. Big Faith will not be in here on a regular basis, but after this month coming up, he will be popping in and co-hosting with me here and there, depending on his schedule, and then we'll just go from there. But we got a lot of good things coming up. Obviously, I shared last week that last time I was here that I am going to be working again with Brother Angel from SoCal Revival Fest 2026. It's going to be in the city of Anaheim, June 13th, and they have an amazing lineup. Many great anointed artists, ministers of music, and that I'm excited because I know what's going on behind the scenes. I know he's been promoting it and marketing it, and right now, remember to get your pre-sale tickets, or as he says, your early bird tickets. And then we also have the family group specials that we're promoting for people, groups of 4 or more. Could be your youth group, it could be your family. Get those tickets while they last, because I think it's January 31st or starting February 1st, they're going to go up in price. And they're going to be phasing them out like that as we go. And it's limited seating. I know the first time we had almost 5,000 people, and Brother Angel could correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then this one, I believe it's 2,500 people or something like that. So whatever that number is, once they're done, they're done. So jump on board, get your tickets quick, because we are going to sell out. We will definitely sell out. So I'll be bringing in Brother Angel to come and share all the news that's going on with SoCal Revival Fest. I'm going to have Brother DJ X316 come in and share about the lineup and the artists and what's going to be coming up. And I might be inviting some of the artists that are going to be performing there as time goes by. I mean, this is in June, so we still got a few months to go. So I'm going to spread them out from here till then and bring them in, those that are local, and then have them come in studio, share their testimony, share what they're working on, and then share what's going on with Revival Fest 2026. All right. All that and then some. So now, without any further ado, I would like to introduce my guest for the evening, my friend, my brother in the Lord, Francisco Nava.
Hello.
What's up, my brother?
Thank you. What's going on? How you doing?
All right. Now it's been a minute since I've seen you.
Oh, yes.
Was it a couple of years ago that I went to your house?
Yes. It's honestly longer than that, I believe.
It's been, it was before I was coming to church, so
yes.
It has to be more than 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I remember we were working on something. I went over there, we met up, and that was the last time I seen you.
Yeah, that was the last time.
And then I've seen you on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously because, you're busy doing what you were doing. When I started going to church, I kind of pulled back a little bit and try and just focus on serving God and getting right with the Lord. And
Yes.
then I get a phone call. Say, hey, bro, what's happening? I'm like, what's happening? You know what I mean? And you had just put out a book.
Yes.
And then you were sharing with me that you dedicated your life to the Lord. And I was like, whoa, bro. I go, praise God,
Yes.
And it's a lot of people that we both know, a lot of people that I used to party with, my brother one of the brothers that was a DJ, and he DJed with me many times, at different venues.
Oh.
He just got baptized, and he was
Oh,
like,
wow.
man, I had just, been fighting it for years, but I just surrendered and just gave it all up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And different brothers, different sisters, people that I've known for many, many years, and now they're serving God. They're going to church.
Wow, that's
they're growing
amazing.
in the things of God.
Praise
and
God,
It's
praise
a
God.
beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah.
So I need to hear how this took place, because you told me it's been a couple of years,
Yeah, it's been a while.
and that's about the time that we weren't talking, right? That we
Yes.
hadn't been in communication. So I'm excited, bro. So if you can, introduce yourself and then share your testimony, bro. Take your time, whatever the Spirit leads you, share that, and then we'll go just have a conversation to catch up.
All right, thank you
got
for
it.
having me, man. The studio's lovely. First off, the studio's beautiful. If you people haven't seen it, man, it's beautiful here.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
My name is Francisco Nava. See, been saved. You know what? To be honest, I can't remember how long I've been saved, but it's been a while. As you know, I was an alcoholic,
Yes.
a real bad alcoholic. After we were done what we were doing, I got into the drugs.
Mm.
The drugs with the alcohol started.
Started with alcohol.
Yeah, it started with the alcohol. Then when the promotions and everything stopped, then, drugs started little by little coming in. And towards the end, it started taking its effect on me, even my mind, my body, everything. I knew I was tired. I knew I was. I just didn't know how to stop.
Right.
At the time, I say this, when I stopped drinking alcohol and stopped the drugs, I didn't know what was going on. Because I remember the night before, I drank like I always did, the 36 pack with the pints. Did some, some things on the side too.
Well, something.
Yeah. But there was something weird because I wasn't getting wasted like I normally was.
It wasn't hitting you the same.
Yeah, it just wasn't. And so I kept on and on and on, and finally went to sleep. And I remember waking up and I'm like, I don't want to drink, but I have to because I'm going to start getting the shakes, throwing up.
Withdrawals and all that.
Well, then I noticed something. I have a little headache. It's not that bad today. My stomach's really not too turned up, but I took a drink anyways, and it didn't taste good. So I'm like, it's warm. So I went and grabbed a cold one. Same thing, didn't taste good. And that went on for about a good, say, 3-4 days, about 3 days, till my wife finally said, what you could do with all these beers in the refrigerator? And I said, what are you talking about? And I go to the refrigerator, and on the top of the refrigerator is a bunch of open beers that just would drink.
And put them back.
So I just didn't even drink them. So I told her, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. Let's dump it. But before I got to that point, I'm very open about this. I put through my family a lot. My wife.
I remember some of it.
Yeah, my kids, my mother,
Don't
my
forget me.
sisters.
No.
Yes, actually friends, even people around me. I offended and did all that. And my excuses were I was drunk. And I played it off because, to be honest, I didn't remember anything. So to me, it was no harm, no foul. I didn't remember nothing.
Right, and I remember we'd be partying, and you'd be like, I blacked out or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
And I wouldn't remember. Everyone else would, but not me. So, oh well. And I started thinking it was funny. I really did. I thought it was funny. Like, okay, everyone's used to drunk bad boy
Right.
at the time. And that's how I lived my life. I really adapted to the labels that the world gave me, which was a drug addict, a gang member, and an alcoholic.
Mm.
And I adapted to that. And I stuck with that. Kept dancing with the devil,
Yeah.
I like to put. Even there's times, too, when the devil would just be sitting there and I would go approach him, let's dance. He was minding his business. I was searching for him. And I didn't realize it at the time, though. I didn't realize, how lust had me. Control over my life. Not only the lust, but, as you know, my first marriage did not work out at all.
And that's when we met you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when my first marriage, in the middle of the night, my first wife took my kids, and she was gone. Thank God I ended up getting them back, you know. But sometimes I think, was that a good thing? Because of the stuff I put them through.
Right.
See, I was there, but I wasn't there. I was a bad person. I know, and I knew I was. Because one thing I talk about is clarity. When you're drunk, for some reason, you get like 10, 30 seconds of clarity. And that's when everything would hit me. And that's when the depression would kick in. Then the thoughts of ending it all. The thoughts of thinking, man, I'm just going to sit here with the beer in my hand and that's it, it's over. Oh, well. I ain't got nothing to live for no more.
Right.
There was no more hope, no more dreams. It was all gone. Everything was gone. And
I do remember, bro. And it's funny you say those things because even in my state, where I thought I was trying to do good and be a good example to you guys, I was all messed up. You know what I mean?
we all were.
And we just seen that as our normal.
Yes.
That was our day to day. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like we would go play dominoes at your house. We'd be drinking. We'd be partying, and the wife would be inside in the house, and we'd just be like, "This is our life." You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then promoting on the weekends, promoting on during the week for our events on the weekend, fighting every weekend, getting in trouble.
Yes.
Cops. I mean,
It was crazy.
and what's chaos to the fly is normal to the spider. You know what I mean? It's like that was our life.
Yeah, that was our normal.
And sometimes we came up and sometimes we got down. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, and we took the wins and the losses too.
Yes.
But we didn't really acknowledge it. There was no clarity. It was just chaos.
That's it.
Organized chaos. As much as that makes sense to somebody that's been part of that,
Oh.
they understand what we're talking about.
Yes. It was. It was chaos. And even after when everything was done, that's when I really got into more heavy drinking because there was really nothing to do anymore for me. So it was morning to night. And that's why I'm saying at the time I didn't understand what happened to me when that night I was drinking, and then when I woke up and I was like, okay. And so after that night, which was weird, I was like, okay, I'm sober. Okay, I think I was about a week sober. I was like, I need to stay sober. How? So in the beginning, I did go to church, but there was something about the church I wasn't feeling, and I'm really open about this, right. And I just don't mention names or anything, but because I would sit there, and I wasn't feeling nothing. Like there was just nothing in me, and I would look at everybody around me, and they have their hands up praising God, and oh hallelujah Jesus, and they're smiling, and I'm like, God, I want that.
They have the joy of the Lord.
Yeah, I was like, how come I can't have that? And then after about a week, about 3 or 4 times attending the church, then I started thinking, you know what? Maybe everybody is right. I am the devil. Because I can't feel nothing on God. I can't feel nothing on Jesus. So I must be the devil. And it was weird because I remember saying that in my head in church, and right after I got out of church, this lady that was sitting next to me, this couple, they were, praising God, everything smiling, all this. As soon as we were done, we left the doors, they started gossiping, talking about other people, and I overheard it, like, what? I was like, And then that's when something just like in my head said, see, you have your own walk. But I was still like, okay, whatever, just.
It's all new to you.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. And I was so lost. I was ready to give everything up. And one night, I was doing Uber Eats. And I did a delivery at a university. And I met this man there. And I made a joke to the man because he was an older man. I said, aren't you a little too old to be in college? And he smiled at me and says, no, I'm a professor. I said, oh, wow. So we started talking. And at the time, again, like I said, I don't know what it was, but now I know it was God, because after I spoke to him, this man kept in contact with me. And as we talked, I just opened up to him like, look, this is what I'm going through. I don't know what to do. And he told me something. He said, if you want to stay sober, educate yourself, not only what alcohol does to your mind and body, but also educate yourself in the Lord. And I was like, what? And he says, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to teach you some things, if you don't mind. I said, let's go. And it was like a good year. He introduced me to the other professors, different things.
This was a Christian college?
No, actually, it was a university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a university, not a non-Christian university. But what I didn't know was that this professor was teaching philosophy, but I didn't know he was also a pastor. He never mentioned that to me.
Right, and that's kind of odd as a pastor.
Yes.
Maybe teaching theology. I mean, okay, I get that.
Yes, and that's what, when I found out he was a pastor, that blew my mind. And he says, see, all this education that we gave you, that I gave you, that the Lord gave you, was to show you that everything leads to God. And it blew my mind. And then from there, he taught me this this verse in the Bible that always sticks out to me, Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am. And for a long, long time, I had no idea what that meant. Until one day I sat there and I said, God, what does that mean, man? Because I have no idea. And it dawned on me. Stop thinking of a future, because you're not a psychic. And if you think of the future, all you can do is stress yourself out. Stop thinking of the past, because the past is gone. That is not you no more. Those labels of being an alcoholic, of being a drug addict, of being a gang member, that's what the world gave you. That's not what I gave you. And I was like, oh, okay. And so that's when I was like, okay. So I stopped really just, all right, God, I'm going to trust you. Let's see where this goes. And that's how I started living my life. Just trusting. That's it. Even there's times when I know like everything looks like it's going to fall apart.
Right.
And everybody around me is freaking out. I mean, like there's times like I'm looking at everyone's panicking. Like, let's just trust God right now. This is when God wants us to trust him. So let's do it. And it took a while, but we started going in, and little by little things started changing. And see, what I didn't understand, I was looking for a miracle.
Right. You wanted the magic wand.
Yeah, it's like all that.
You're good. You're delivered.
Yeah.
You're healed.
And that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. But I didn't know the miracle was occurring every day because of
Day by
Jesus.
day.
Yes, I didn't know that. And when I found that out, I was like, wait a minute, yes. The miracle that I've been looking for, I've already had, which was amazing, and I just broke down in tears. And for once then, I finally got to look in the mirror, and I didn't see the devil no more. I saw me. And I was like, wow, hello, where have you been? And ever since then, I just been moving. I do many things. I constantly on the go now. I try to walk with the people, listen to the people. I do my best not to judge them. And I say I do my best not to judge them because I am human. I'm not God.
Right.
Judgment still comes up sometimes, even though we don't want to.
Yeah. More than we'd like to admit, right?
Yes, but I've learned to accept it, that I am being judgmental, and God showed me how to change it. And that's what I do now. When I find out, like, if I'm being judgmental to somebody or, something like that, God help me change that, because now I need to work on that. Because I am no better than anybody. I am not. And nobody is better than anybody. We're all the same. And that's what I've come to understand.
Right.
And that's where I've been. Right?
We're all one, right?
Yes.
But, now, if I wasn't serving God myself and experienced the same thing that you're sharing right now, I would probably be blown away.
Yes.
But I know you back then, bro. And
Yeah.
to hear you speak the way you're speaking right now, that's the grace of God.
Yes, it is.
And anybody that knows me, that knows you, they're blown away right now. If they're watching, if you're out there watching, and you when I met him, he said, "I'm MC Bad Boy." And that's another story. Sorry, Primo. We'll share that one.
That's another one.
And that was a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when you approached me and you're like, "Hey, bro, I'm MC Bad Boy. Let me get on the mic." I said, "Bro, I don't even know you, dog. Chill." You know what I mean? But you were adamant about it. And then, man, you really had a gift, bro, to speak and kind of control and demand the crowd. You know what I mean? And I seen that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still like, man, I don't want to get involved in all this gang banging stuff. And, you know, you're still representing the neighborhood.
Yes.
And everybody, don't mess with Bad Boy, bro. He's going to get you in trouble. And I'm like, well, then that means you don't know me. Because trouble's my middle name.
Yes.
But I still said, you know what? Let's roll, bro. Let's do this. And I said, just be loyal, be true. You know what I mean? And have my back. I'm going to have your back.
Yes.
And that's how we rolled. But I'm sitting across from you right now, bro, and this ain't the same guy that I met almost 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not the same man. Now you've been transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I'm surprised because it's been so long, but you never shared that with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've seen that I was serving God or I was going to church. Or,
I've seen it. Yes.
You know what I mean? But you never reached out and said, "Hey, bro, that's, what's going on with you?" You know what I mean? But when you did, I knew it was God's timing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen the book that you wrote, and I was like, okay, he's on a spiritual path. You know what I mean? He's seeking God. That's how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell even says, "Yeah, you gotta hit up Bad Boy. See what's up." I said, "Oh, he don't go by Bad Boy no more. He's Francisco now." And it's funny because obviously Tone Rock, right? That's what he's calling, right, from back in the day. But Tone Rock, Tony T, Tone Loke, all these names that they gave me, right? My name's Anthony. Nobody even calls me by my name. You know what I mean? The only one that calls me by my name is God and Sister Belinda. She's like, "Anthony," and I'm like, "Oh," and that's it. But I'm so happy, bro.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to see what's next. If you continue on the path that God has for you, that's the real Francisco. You know what I mean? Because people knew versions of you.
Yes, they did.
And so did I.
Yes.
But this version that I'm hearing right now and seeing, I know that's God's hand all over you, bro.
Oh, yes, it is.
Filled with the Holy Spirit.
Oh, yes, it was. I mean,
you're in your right mind.
yes, finally.
You're in your right mind, bro, because we would have some conversation. I'd be like, "Man, this dude's so intelligent." Okay, I think not the last time I went to your house, but before I was coming to church, we had went somewhere. There was an artist, a girl artist that you wanted me to meet or something, remember?
I don't remember.
And we went. And I'll just say this, I was never a weed smoker.
Yeah.
But you remember you gave me something, bro. And I was like, I was off in another universe. You
remember, bro. I don't.
And I never did that. And you're like, "Come on, bro, just what?" And it was like, that was your thing, right?
Yes.
And I was like, "Nah, bro, I don't do that." But luckily I wasn't driving that night, and I did it. And that was the last time I think I was ever partied with you.
And
that was prior to the last time I seen you.
Maybe.
So that was maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's
been a minute.
Yes, it's been a while.
And I remember telling Russell, she's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Bad Boy gave me something," And she's like, "Oh, Bad Boy."
Oh man, yeah. Well, not no more. It's it's pretty much water and coffee now.
Hey, that's a good thing, bro.
That's all it is. But I mean, everything's just amazing now.
But that's why I say the conversations we were having would be deep, but it was nothing about God. You know what I mean? It was always just about life.
Yes.
And how we're going to get over, how we're going to keep moving forward, right? And what's next?
Yes.
Like you're saying, the future.
Yeah.
We're always talking about the future.
Yes, always planning for the future.
And I've come to understand that to be still, because now it's the Lord leading our path.
Yes.
It's not what, you remember me, bro, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And it's always bigger and bigger and better and better,
yes,
right?
I do.
But that was my limited thinking too, you know what I mean? I was always just thinking about making money.
Yes.
and not getting hurt, not going to jail.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to take care of me, but then I got 30, 40 people that I'm responsible for.
Yes.
And you see how things would pop off with one. So if one's involved, we're all involved.
Yes.
And that was a challenge for me. But that's why at the end I said, hey, you know what, guys, we got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want something to happen to one of us, and I'm going to regret it, that one of us don't get to come home because of what we were involved in and who we're messing with and all those other things, right?
Yes.
And that's when I said, I got to pull the plug because
that was it.
I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
And then I just went on my own with no crew. You know what I mean? But I'm like, whatever happens to me, happens to me.
Yes.
But I didn't want nothing to happen to you guys. And it was getting to that point already.
Oh, yeah.
Where things were popping off, and I'm like, no. You can't do that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you are correct. Yes. All that stuff. And all that madness that we had, once I let all that madness go, it was like a relief. Like, I don't know, like.
Well, I do know.
Just, I like, for me, it was just like, all right. And not worrying about that, like you said, going to jail, worried about, do I have a warrant when and all that stuff. It feels good not to have that anymore.
Praise God. I see you took the one you had on your face off.
Actually, I covered it with the beard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember one of the last times you're like, hey, bro, I'm going in. I'm going to tan up my face. And I'm like, bro, don't do it.
And see, and that one, because I was asked that question, why did I put tattoos on my face? And I told him because the reason why I have the tattoos on my face is because I did not like what I was seeing in the mirror.
Makes sense.
I didn't like myself.
I asked you that, remember? Like, bro, are you serious? And you're like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, because I didn't like what I was seeing anymore. To me, it was, and this was me, I was disgusted with myself. Every time I'd look in, I swear I would see like darkness, a demon or something. That's what my mindset was. It was corrupt.
Well, like I said, bro, I was right there with you, so I know exactly what you're talking about. But I also know to be free from that.
Yes.
I mean, that's a heavy theme, bro.
Yeah.
It's a heavy spirit to have on you, and then the violence,
Yes.
the drinking, the drugs, the pharmacia, the lust, the perversion.
Yes.
Everything that comes with what we were involved in.
Oh,
We
yes.
were surrounded, and we walked in it like nothing, right?
Yes, we did.
And to be delivered from that, to be set free from that, bro. I mean, it took a weight off of my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to reestablish a relationship with my wife that, like, I don't even know how to explain that, bro. It's because I lived a life like I was single, you know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, we all did.
And we were married, all of us, you
Yes.
know. It's like, hey, yeah, you know, we were just doing our thing,
Yeah.
promoting. But they didn't know if their husband was going to come home that night.
Exactly.
Or you're going to get a call he's in jail, or he didn't make it, or he got in a car accident, because all these things were taking place on a regular.
Yes. Yes, they were.
And now to sit across from you and you're sharing this with me, bro, to me it makes my heart rejoice, because out of all I call you guys my brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were the one that I always were like, dang, bad boy, come on, man. And you that same little laugh right there, you'd be like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, Rosa became Bad Rosa because of this guy right here. She's like, I'm going to be called Bad Rosa. I said, no, you're not.
Oh, yeah.
If you can be Bad Boy, I'm going to be Bad Rosa, remember? She put that on her car, on her Mustang.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm like, no. But so many memories with you, brother. But yes, they were fun. They were good at the time.
Yes.
But man, I'm looking forward to the memories we're going to build moving forward.
Oh, yes, man. It's going to be
And I know I met your wife, but I don't know your wife because we haven't hung out.
Yes.
Right? It was like I would go to your house and then I bounce. Go to the house, bounce, you know. So we never really sat down and fellowshiped or had a meal together.
Yeah, well, see, my wife, actually, she has been very, very supportive. Even when I was drinking all the time, she was there. She held it down for the kids. She was the one being father and mother to the kids. That she was. I didn't do anything. The way my children turned out today is through, of course, God, but God used my wife to have my kids accomplish the things that they are today. And I know I didn't have anything to do with it. And that was God and my wife right there.
Right.
And that I'm grateful
And
for.
that is a miracle, bro, because your sons turned out to be good men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that surprised me.
Hey.
Well, I'm not
I witnessed
surprised,
it.
but
I witnessed it, bro. It was like,
yeah. And they're all doing amazing. They served the country. 2 of them served their country. One of them actually went to Iraq. He's a war veteran. He fought over there, I believe, for a year. He is now taking psychology, philosophy in college. He lives.
This is Gabriel?
Yes, this is Gabriel. He lives out there in Texas. My other son, Brown, was in the Marines. He just
that was the one that's closer to Isaiah's age, right? The younger one?
Yes, yeah, and so now Brown, he's married, his own family out of the Marines, and got the other 2 that stay with us, and they're working, they're doing what they got to do, and that's all I can ask for.
Praise God, bro.
You know?
I mean, that is a blessing.
Yes, it is.
Because I seen your kids, when you talk, my son's going into the Marines, and I'm like, wow, bro, that's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And even back then, when I was still part of, like, wow, like everything that he's seen and witnessed, yet he wants to go in the right path. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he
Because
did.
he could have easily went the other direction.
Yeah, you're not. I see. I thank God. I really do. I thank God every day, every morning. Like, literally, I try to set a timer on my phone every 3 hours to remind me. And I'd say to remind me because you know how it is throughout the day. The world just throws so much noise at us. The devil, the world wants us to forget.
Yeah.
They want us to stay. I call the loop. Just stay in there. Just constantly, like I say, dance with the devil. Constantly. That's what they want. And it's easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not.
Fall back pretty quick.
Yeah, it's easy. And the hard part is staying faithful to Jesus. Because we still want to go back. Because there's times, I'm human. There's times not wanting to drink, but there's times I want to maybe go hit a club. And like, what are you thinking about, man? that life, was that even your life back then? Because it seems like that wasn't me. And I know it wasn't. It was the trials I had to go through.
Right.
You know, that God literally put me through that so I could sit here right now and minister to the people.
Right.
And I'm grateful for that. I really am. I love my life. I really do. I enjoy it every day. You know, watching my grandkids, watching my children, watching my wife, reading every day. Before I didn't like to read at all, but now it's amazing. The life is just amazing. Like even the simplest things that I never really noticed, like flowers. Really look at flowers, and you look at them. You look at the colors, and you look at the designing and the shapes, and like it's all crooked and all this, but yet that rose is very beautiful. That's just like us.
It has its thorns.
Yeah, we're human beings, you know. We're beautiful, but yet, you know, we got a curve sometimes. We do this, we do that. But in the end, we're beautiful people.
Yeah.
We just got to recognize that and trust God.
It comes down to surrender.
Yeah.
And we, as men, because of our pride,
Oh, yes.
our ego, our past, our experiences, like I always say, we're not regular guys. We were never just regular cats that just went about their business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lived a normal life, and sometimes I'll be, I guess you could say, pondering. You know, just a thought, right?
Yes.
And you're like, man, how did I even survive all that?
Oh, yes.
How did I survive all like just like you said, like was that really a life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it flashes in my mind like people say now, oh, my life's a movie. Like, was it a comedy, a tragedy, an action-packed movie?
Yeah.
But mine was a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, if you go back, the stuff that I shared with you when I was a kid and my dad. Did you ever meet my dad?
I believe maybe once.
But I told you about his life
Yes,
and you know,
yes.
my upbringing, my childhood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, just to survive that was a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been not pondering, I've been contemplating, sharing my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I don't have a guest, right? Like the last 2 weeks, the guest canceled. And I'm like, man, now I'm not going to do a show. But a lot of people, like just like you, somebody that just met you, they might only know Francisco.
Yes.
Then some people only know Frank.
Yes.
Some only know Bad Boy.
Yes.
Some know what from your neighborhood. Some know you from your childhood. Some know you from your family. And we are given all these names and titles.
Yes.
But I don't think anybody knows my whole life. They don't even know who Tone Rock is, you know?
No.
You know who gave me that name?
Honestly, I don't know.
Hector from Cartel.
Oh, wow.
Because we were from Rock Players, but everybody would call me Big Tone, remember?
Yes.
And then one day he just goes, "Hey, Tone Rock." And I'm like, "That ain't my name." And he's like, "Well, you're from Rock Players, bro." And I just call you Tone Rock. So it kind of stuck with me. And I remember when I started doing the podcast, I'm like, I'm not Tone Rock anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not from Rock Players no more. I'm not doing those things anymore.
No.
But my name is Anthony, but Tone and then Rock, like God says, on this rock, right? So I'm like, you know what? I prayed about it. I fasted, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to continue to use that name.
Oh.
Because it is, yes, people will remember me from that name, but they don't know my story.
Yes.
And they don't know what God's done in my life. And I was telling Rosa, I'm like, you know what? I want to take them all the way back so that they'll know who's sitting behind this microphone. Not that that's important, but they'll know when I'm sharing something that's coming from experience. It's coming, I'm not just talking. Like
Yes.
people talk and they're like, they never
yeah.
know nothing about this guy. Where did he get that from? You know,
Yes.
did he really do those things? Because I have so many different stories, but what God's doing in my life, for you to understand the way God's using me now from all the stuff that he brought me through, just like you, man, that's why I'm so amazed at what God's going to do, because if God brought you through all that for a reason, he could let us die anytime.
Oh, yes. Heck
And we
yeah.
would have deserved it and went straight to hell.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, God, you got me.
Yeah.
I deserve this one.
Yes.
Now, I wasn't, while I'm burning up, right? But at the same time, I think, and I'm like, man, God allowed me to experience all that and allowed me to survive all that.
Oh, yes.
Then what does he have for me? That's where I'm thinking right now, right? And I'm like, God, not my will, your will be done.
Oh, yes.
And that's the surrender that I'm experiencing right now. And man, God's just moving, bro. So share, bro, what God's doing in your life right now.
Well, let me see. I got a lot of things going on, actually. Well, one thing I do is I do a lot of traveling, local traveling, not crazy traveling, where I go speak to people in their homes. A lot of people, when I guess you want to say when they're coming to their end, for some reason, I guess they like to call me. I don't know why, but I talk to them, and I hear what they have to say. And a lot of them are scared. Because one thing I notice about this is that when it comes to, I guess, people meeting their, what they call the end, which I don't call the end, I call heaven an expansion. It sounds better than the end. We're expanding into heaven. We're entering. And they're scared. And when I started doing this, I'm like, man, did these people, because they start second guessing their beliefs. And so I sit there and talk to them and listen to them. You know, they cry and do all this, and so I give them the words that God allows me to give them. That's some things I also do. I do a podcast. It's Beyond Boundaries on Spotify. I just talk about my life, my experiences. No one else's, just mine, because I can't speak for everyone else.
Right.
You know, I can only get an understanding of what someone's going through. I can't really know what they're going through because I'm not that person. Learning to let go of the pride and ego, as you brought up. Learning to become what I call nothing, and nothing in a bad way. Nothing means not my will. Just, I'm a puppet, God, you take control. Get the strings. That song, I'm your puppet. That's it. Just go. I hit the places by myself, and sometimes with my wife, that really you don't see anyone go. The ghettos, as they're called, as the people call them. But I don't think they're ghettos. They're just people that are just trying to remember who Jesus is. They just lost their way. That's all it is. I don't see them as ghetto. I just see them as people that are lost, people that are searching for something, which is God. But the world has gave them so much noise and negativity that they lose sight of all that, especially with the internet now.
You feel disconnected.
Yeah, and it's easy to. That's why stillness is very important to me, to take time, at least an hour or at least 30 minutes a day, to sit with myself and just say, thank you, God, and just sit there. And whatever thoughts come in my head, I imagine this, because my mind used to race a lot, like just race. So I imagine I was in my house, the front door open, the back door open. Jesus in the back door, I'm in the front door. And I say hello to whatever thought's coming in. And I say, Jesus, show him the back door. So embracing it. And that's how I learned to embrace things. It's through God. Because embracing the past is very, very hard. Especially dealing with the past is hard. It's not easy. We all know that. But once you do it, it opens up a whole new mindset for God. It brings you closer. I mean, the journey I took with everything I read, my wife thought I was going crazy because I read everything, even stuff that was not meant for Christians.
Right.
I got into it because one thing the professor told me was a book, I don't know if you're ever familiar, for The Art of War.
Yeah.
In there there was something in there saying that to get to know your enemy. The professor says, who's your enemy? I said, the people that don't believe in God. And he's like, no, the enemy's your devil. The enemy's the devil. Learn his tactics. Learn how he works. Try. You've already danced with him. You just didn't bother to ask him his tricks. So I was like, all right, let's do this. So I read everything I could get my hands on. And in the end, it just brought me back everything to one thing, which was God, which was Jesus.
And along those lines, what is one of the words says? Your enemy's enemy is your friend.
Yes.
And we got a friend in Jesus, right?
Yes.
Because he's the enemy of our
Yeah.
soul. He's the enemy of God.
Yeah. And one thing also too that the pastor told me too was that, you see, wherever Jesus' love is at, the devil's right there. He wants to just snatch it up quick, so he's waiting. And wherever the devil's at, Jesus is right there waiting for you to turn to him. That's what free will is. The choice is ours. I said, wow, okay. And he's also, if you're perceiving that the devil's taking over you, well, you just opened up the door. Now, switch it and trust that Jesus is taking over and everything will be good. So I started doing that. Like I said, it wasn't easy. It was hard.
Definitely something you've never experienced, right?
Yes. But as soon as I hit everything, and like I said, the whole mindset when it changed, everything was amazing. The people that I've met, the kids now that come near me, and this is what amazes me, that children run to me. Like, I don't know these children,
Right.
but they're smiling, running up to me, and it's so amazing. Like, wow, and the parents are looking at me all weird, and I'm over there like, oh, hey, how are you? And I love it, though, because now everybody around me smiles. That's what I enjoy,
Wow.
and I thank God for that. I do, every day. And I know in the beginning it felt like, ew.
Felt odd, right?
Yeah, like I was
this?
embarrassed. But you know what? I was worried about what everybody would think. And I had to let that go. And I care what anyone thought about me. Because they're not God. It only matters what God thinks of me.
That part.
That's it. Because everybody's always going to have an opinion on what you do. Everyone's always going to try to guess how, oh, he's just here because he wants money. He's at the church because he wants this or whatever. Well, fine. That's your opinion. You could have it all you
Doesn't
want.
make it true.
Yeah. Enjoy it. Because I know one thing. I got God on my back I ain't out there judging people. I ain't out there doing anything like that. I'm just sitting there talking with them. I don't care how they look, how they smell, or what. I'm sitting right there. And that's all we can do now. That's it. Just try to bring some kind of, not happiness. I don't want to use the word happiness, because the reason why I don't use the word happiness is because when I looked up the definition of happy, like, it means being lucky. I'm not lucky. Because God is not luck. God is here. God's been here before me, is here now, will be after me. He's eternity. Mm-hmm. And saying that right there, I think that's hard for people to comprehend eternity. You know, living in heaven for eternity. And I say that because we're stuck on this time. You know, 7 days a week.
24 hours a
yeah,
day.
so we're stuck, and constantly we got to make an appointment. Okay, be here 9 o'clock.
We have our schedules, we have our calendars.
So try to imagine eternity. Can't.
So we can't comprehend that.
No. So don't imagine it right now.
That time is a whole conversation.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing, because when you get to the root of it, time is just man-made. Mm-hmm. And because God does have no time. He doesn't
He's eternal.
Yeah, he's eternal, eternity. So, and that's hard for us. So if we can't comprehend that and stress ourselves out about all that, what do we have left? Just staying in the moment.
Being present.
That's it. Just trusting. And that's how I lived my life now. And I enjoy it. It's fun.
That's a beautiful thing. Wow, bro. This is not a conversation that I don't know what to expect when we were going to have this, bringing you on the podcast, but I'm saying, me knowing you, I would never thought we would have this conversation.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how good God is, bro. God's goodness.
It's amazing. It's
that
amazing.
He would take someone like us with all our flaws, all our hang-ups, all that hurt, the hate, the pain,
yeah,
and then just begin to mold us like that, the potter, right?
Yep.
The clay. And he sees the finished work, even though we don't see it.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's shaping us to be, bro. And I know we're not done yet because we're still here.
Oh yes, yeah, we're still here.
We still got work to do, bro.
There's so much to be done.
Wow. Like I said, again, wow, bro. I'm happy to hear that you're on this journey, that you're walking with God.
Thank you.
That you surrendered your life to the Lord.
Yes.
And that you're allowing God to use you to minister to others, to share your testimony, to share your experiences. And the growth that I'm hearing and witnessing, you sitting across having this conversation with me, reminds me how good God is.
Oh yeah, God is amazing. God is beautiful. And that's what I'm saying. We have lost our way, people. And it's not, you know what? It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up for it. It's the world. It's the devil. They throw all this at you. They throw all this chaos. But see, one thing you forget is chaos ends up making creation. And that's because God. Like you said, we were living a chaotic world, not knowing God was forming us. You know, even one thing I find interesting, even what's his name? Stephen Hawking, his string theory, talking about it's chaos before anything comes mathematically, right? Then you asked him, well, does God exist? Something put it together.
For there to be creation, there has to be a creator.
Yes.
Everything, this table, this mic, this plastic bottle.
Everything.
It didn't appear on its own.
Yes. And see, even the greatest minds have a concept of God. And see, people don't see that. They don't hear that. They just hear what they want to hear. Or what the world or the devil tells them. That's it. You know, today people don't like to look things up on their own.
They don't want to do their research.
No, they take it as facts. Everything
TikTok.
they hear.
I learned it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I heard it on TikTok.
See, and this is what I tell people. I tell them like this. I don't say I'm speaking truth because I'm not God. I'm doing my best to translate what God is saying. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, if someone ever comes to you and says, I know, they're lying to you. They're not God.
Well, he says we all know in part.
Yeah, well, we know in part, but we don't know
We don't
fully
know.
God's plan.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We fully don't know God's plan, so we trust that God is going to turn our lives around for the best. And you're sitting here. That's proof right there alone. I'm sitting here. That's proof alone right there.
Yeah.
But people will be like, that's not proof. Well, then go experience it for yourself.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, because I can't tell you how to worship or how to do all this, because you're your own person. I can't explain the feeling of God to you because you're your own person. You have to experience it for yourself, and it's amazing. And see, what I found out, though, too, is attending church is that people, when they give their lives to God, it seems like they're up for like 3 days, like, yeah, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And after the third day, it's like, oh, the devil got me.
Well, the parable of the seeds.
Yes. And it's like, okay. Well, how'd the devil get you?
Rocky ground, thorny ground,
See?
good soil.
Then, and those times when people are up like that, I really think that's the times we got to work on ourselves. Because we're happy, we're good. God threw some joy in us, we got some joy. So let's work on that nasty stuff right now. Try to get over it while our attitudes are up.
Right.
And that's how I live my life. And I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to everybody. I don't really push the scriptures on the people because a lot of the people I speak to don't attend church. And they have many questions. And they come at me with many questions, and I do the best to answer them. But like I tell them, I'm not all-knowing. Go look at yourself. Go look it up yourself. Go do your own research. Go see what you get. Go. I'm telling you, people, go out there. It's amazing. It really is.
Yes, we have the Bible, which I emphasize, read your word.
Oh, yes.
You want to seek God, you want to get closer to God, read your word because that speaks of him.
Yes.
He is the word, right? So a lot of, I'm a reader. I love to read. I love to read a lot of books. I've read many books on different philosophies, religions.
Oh, yes.
Psychology, everything you can think of, right?
Yes.
Self-help, all those self-help books, I read them all. Did I apply it? No. Did I get the understanding of it? Yes. But it never got past that. Oh, I read that book. What did you do? What did you like about it? I really didn't do anything to it,
Yeah.
But I read it. So I have an understanding of it,
Yes.
a knowledge of it. But until you apply it and you have an experience of it, and that's what I do have with the Bible.
Yes.
I applied it.
Oh.
I have an experience. I've experienced healing. I've experienced restoration. I've experienced deliverance.
Oh.
So I could speak of it
Yes.
by experience. I know God. I don't just believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe in Jesus. I know them.
Yes.
I know God. I know Jesus. I know the Holy Spirit. Well, how could you say that? Because I've experienced it
Yes.
for myself. That's my experience. So as we're sitting here, I've had 3 seasons, 150 people sitting across from me.
Mm-hmm.
More if they're a team, a group, whatever. And I could relate to a lot of the stuff they're saying because they came from a gang-banging family. They came from the party. They came from drugs and da-da-da-da-da. But me and you have experienced things together.
Yes.
So when I hear it from you, I know God changed you.
Oh, yes.
Like if I didn't know you, God sounds like God really got a hold of you. No, I know for a fact. It's like people that have gone to war together.
Yes.
Man, people love hearing it, right?
Uh-huh.
Tell me that story again, bro, about the one where you were trapped you had a whole unit around you, but you escaped and you killed everybody. But the guy that was there with them, shoulder to shoulder, back to back in those trenches, that's a whole nother experience he had because he was there. He knows that story.
Yes.
He didn't hear it. He lived through it. And that's the experience that we're talking about.
Oh, yes.
And that's why when I'm hearing you saying these things, I'm like, I know. I've experienced those things with you, but I've never heard you on this side of it.
Oh yes, I know.
This is the first conversation I'm hearing, bro, in
I
how
know.
many years, you know what I mean? So I because I know you, I know your past, I know you from the past. We have a time that we spent years together,
Oh yes.
arm in arm, you know what I mean? Like, we were in it, bro. And now to see that God has done a work in you and continue to do this, man, it's gonna be a good thing, bro.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm still moving. I'm still doing things. Still got the podcast going. Still with the people. I love it. I love it. I even write things for some people. Sometimes I do some ghostwriting now on some books. Some Christian books that are gonna be coming out. I did some ghostwriting on that.
Okay.
Well, I don't like to. They don't call it ghostwriting anymore. Yeah, I forgot the word they use. I guess counsel or whatever it's called now. Yeah, there you go, consulting.
Co-writer?
So,
Writing credits?
Yeah, so I've done some stuff like that. But all this is possible because of God,
Right.
Jesus. That's it.
Well, brother, as we wrap this up, because as time allows,
All right.
any last thoughts or words that you want to share with the audience?
This right here. If you feel tonight when you're laying down that you're not enough, especially if you're a mother, taking care of your kids is something that you don't have to do. It's something you do because you love them. It does not go unnoticed. Jesus sees you. God sees you. Just because they're your children does not mean that God just like, okay, you got to do it. No. It goes seen. And for you fathers out there, it goes for the same for you. And for the person laying there tonight, feeling helpless, remember this. Jesus loves you. And you are not what the world said you are.
All right, there it is. You heard it from my brother, Francisco Nava. Well, brother, thank you for sitting
Thank
down
you.
with me. I'm going to bring you back, maybe down the line,
Oh, I would love to come back.
And-
Thank you. Thank you.
do some more sharing. And obviously, you got things that you're working on right now that you could talk about
Yes.
once they're done. But this has been a blessing for me, bro, just to sit down here with you.
Oh,
And after all these years that we didn't talk or on a regular basis,
Yes.
because I always see you on Facebook or whatever, but that we haven't ever fellowshipped or hung out or talked or anything like that. And I'm grateful, bro, that God got a hold of you, bro. That out of and this is something like, I don't even remember when we had the last Rock Player reunion, bro. I think it was at Crazy Horse. I don't even think you showed up.
No, I don't think so.
I told you about it, but you're no. But remember, I had another crew by then.
Yeah.
Right? I had a new crew, and I would love for them to know God, bro. But I don't Bible thump nobody. I just try to live by example the best that I can.
That's it.
But I have so much love for these dudes. You know what I mean? For the I call it, now they're women, right? Because we were all they were teenagers. I was young adult. But now we're older. You know, I'm in my 50s. They're in their 40s. Some are in their 30s.
Yeah.
But they were all part of our family, bro.
Yeah.
And we did everything together. But they have not experienced the Lord with us together, serving God together. You know what I mean? And I believe that's what's next.
Oh, in due time.
I don't know if you remember Stephanie. Like she's going to church. Like all Quest, he was going to.
Oh, wow.
All these different people that we used to
Yeah.
party with and were part of our crew are going to church. They're married now. They have kids. They
wow,
have
that's
families.
amazing.
They're grandparents now. You know what I mean? And even though we think we don't act our age still, even though
Yes.
we're serving God, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm in my late 50s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I am. But I would love for them to get to know God, bro, and surrender their lives to Him, and to see what God will do in their lives and how He would use them with the gifts, skills, talents that God gave them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
And that to me is a vision that I have. And I told Russell this year we're going to start inviting our friends personally to church. Like we put flyers,
Yes.
but really like reach out to them. Hey, how you doing, bro? Because I never did that with you. When I got saved, I said, hey, bro, you want to come to church with me? But I did it purposely, bro, because I wanted to make sure that I was right with God.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to make sure that I was living right, and I had to separate myself from everybody.
Oh, I understand that.
So that I wouldn't tempt myself.
Yeah.
Because it's just us, we blame the devil for everything, but it's really, I wanted to be there.
Yes.
I wanted to see that. I
Yes.
wanted to witness that. So for me, I'm like, no, I don't. I want to serve God. I want to get right. So I had to separate myself for a season.
Yeah.
But like I told Russell, now that we're strong in the Lord, now that we've been refined through the fire, now it's time for us to really, the seeds have been planted, seeds have been watered, but God will cause the increase.
Oh, yes.
And now the harvest is ready, but the workers are few.
Got it.
So, and I go to New Harvest, so it only makes sense, right? So yes, bro, this year is going to be a year of harvest,
All right.
and I'm excited. We got the podcast, we got the studio for this year here.
All right.
Doing the chaplain,
There you go.
outreaching, getting back involved, back at church regularly at the church that I attend. Because for the last year, I was just like moving around like a gypsy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Felt like Abraham. Just go that way. Now go that way. No, go that way now. Like,
Yeah.
Lord, where am I going? Just to bring me full circle back to Irvine. You know what I mean? Where we wanted to be.
Yes.
But for that whole year, bro, or 2 years, we were just like gypsies. Like,
Yeah.
we moved like 4 different times,
Oh.
And not everybody knows, but we share certain things, but we don't
Yes.
share why or for details or whatever, right?
Oh, yes.
But God is moving, bro, and I'm excited to see what God's going to do this year. He's got
Me
some
too.
big things planned, and I'm just being obedient, bro, and just
That's all we can do.
move when He says move. But, all right, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you
right.
again, my brother,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thank you for
having
those of you that tuned in tonight or will be watching the replay tomorrow. God loves you. We love you. Remember, every Tuesday night here, 7 p.m. on Avanza Network, Channel 316 Live, and we have other guests lined up that are going to be coming in, and we will be giving updates on a regular basis on Revival Fest. So tune in next week, 7 p.m. here, live, Channel 316. God bless.
Goodbye.